Hi, in this video we will discuss about programming of IS7 inverter. We can program the inverter by using the graphic display, also called digital loader, or by using the PC. To begin programming through digital loader, first we need to connect it to the inverter, usually a small cable provided with the new inverter, or we can also use Cat5 or 6 straight Ethernet cable having RJ45 connected at both ends. In second method, we have to connect PC to RS485 terminal of I/O board of the inverter using RS485 to USB converter because nowadays PCs don't have a serial port. Or we can also directly connect our PC to the inverter using USB serial communication cable provided by LS. In graphic loader, upper section keys are used for programming and monitoring the parameters, while the lower section keys, reverse and forward, used to operate motor when command source graphic loader selected. Stop or reset key is used to stop the motor operation or to release the fault. There are also the three LEDs which shows the inverter status. After connecting the graphic loader to inverter, when we turn on inverter power, keypad displays Start Easy Set. It's a default inverter programming mode which appears when we are turning on inverter for the first time or when inverter turning on after parameter initialization. In this mode, basic parameters required to set like the language, motor capacity, pose, rated voltage, frequency, input voltage that mentions on the motor nameplate. Command source, we need to select whether we want to control the drive from the graphic loader or the field bus or through any specific application or using RS485 or terminal block. Then the command frequency also need to select whether from the graphic loader or the terminal block or the field bus depend on the application and requirement we can select. We can also skip Start Easy Set by selecting No and set parameters individually as per our application requirement. After skipping Start Easy Set, it displays Monitor Mode, indicated by three letters on the top left corner of the display. In this mode, we can monitor inverter operation information like output frequency, current, and voltage. We can switch from monitor mode to other modes like parameter, user and macro, trip, and configuration mode by pressing a mode key. Parameter mode mainly used to configure functions required to operate the inverter. These functions are further divided in 12 groups like drive, basic, advanced, control, and so on. User and macro mode not displayed unless no user or macro groups defined. Trip mode is used to monitor the inverter's fault trip information, including the previous fault trip history. This mode will not be displayed if inverter is not at fault and the fault trip history does not exist. Next is the configuration mode, which is used to configure inverter's features that are not directly related to the operation of the inverter, like the keypad display language, parameter transfer, and initialization. K/K represent the selection of command source and frequency reference. In this, we have selected the keypad for both command source and the frequency reference, so it shows K/K. N shows multifunction key settings. STP indicates inverter operating status. Similarly, in parameter mode, if we want to set the parameter, represent the code number and parameter value, that is the command frequency. Next is the parameter value. This is the setting range of the parameter value. This is the default setting and this is the set value. We can backup inverter program into the keypad and vice versa. To copy saved parameter from inverter to keypad, in configuration mode, we have to select 46 number parameter read option to yes. It will copy saved parameter from the inverter to keypad. Similarly, to copy parameter from keypad to the inverter, in configuration mode, we have to select 47 number, that is parameter right option, to yes. It will copy the keypad parameter to the inverter. We can also program the inverter using PC. For that, first we have to download DriveView software from LS website and install on a Windows PC. This DriveView software supports various communication protocols like Modbus TCP, Modbus RTU, and RS485. For this communication, RS485 to USB converter is required because nowadays PCs don't have serial port. I purchased this converter online using any 3-core control cable. Make a connection between RS485 converter and the drive as shown in the image. Then connect RS485 USB converter to the PC. After connecting the inverter to PC, turn on the inverter. Then on the inverter display, open the parameter mode and number 2 parameter of communication group, that is INT485 protocol, set it to LSINV485, and also check parameter number 3, that is INT485 baud rate. Here its value is 9600. This value should be matched with the PC and the DriveView software setting. For this, let's open the DriveView software.